The clouds have formed and the lightning has struck. It is a sad day. Bulgaria has withdrawn from Eurovision 2019. Should we talk about it? Let's do this. That is right. Bulgaria has announced that it is pulling out of Eurovision 2019. This is despite the fact they had intended...
They previously confirmed.
They wanted to attend. They sent out a tweet saying, this year we're not going to send out hints about the song. We're just going to reveal the song after the internal selection. Joanna, the head of delegation, had previously said over the summer, they would love to have a national selection one day. They were moving towards that again. Everything was in motion. And then like a wig snatched from a drag queen, bam! Bad news. Now in the press release, Devin, they've essentially confirmed that
it's not April the 1st today.
No, it's not April the 1st. Okay. This is no joke. There have been internal issues at BNT, essentially BNT 2, they're restructuring, or reprogramming new content, changing the focus, and changing the focus requires new money for the new programs.
Oh, and of course, the biggest non-sporting event in the entire universe.
In the world.
It's not priority.
200 million viewers.
Oh, but it's not enough, right?
No, the single from Polygenova charting all over Europe. Christian Kostov's single charting all over Europe.
Promoting Bulgaria. It's not, it's not important. And even when Italy couldn't host Junior and they said, okay, we'll do it, all that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, they used Junior Eurovision to showcase their country to the world. Lots of young people who are now becoming adults with money who can travel. They may consider going there, but that doesn't matter, does it?
I mean, Symphonics writing 3 chart bangers. It doesn't matter, does it? It does. I mean, they nearly won in 2017, but of course...
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever. In another year, they would have won.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but that doesn't matter either. Look, in the press release, they talk about internal issues. JJ from Equinox, he said on Twitter, I'm extremely sad and disappointed to hear that Bulgaria is withdrawing from Eurovision. It was one of the few opportunities for Bulgarian performers. As far as I know, it's mainly financial. The reason.
Well, internal issues. I wish there was a lot more transparency to that sort of, internal issues. What's so internal that stops you from participating in what we consider to be the best show on earth?
Well, we should say that there has been a new general director appointed in recent years, or recent months rather. He clearly has a different vision for Bulgaria's broadcaster. We must remember they withdrew from Junior Eurovision already as a prequel to this. So we knew things weren't totally sunny and rosy. We gotta remember they were slaying at Junior Eurovision. Chrissia came second, hello. I mean, and then they hosted the event. It's just really
I can forgive the junior.
Oh yeah, I can. To save the senior. You know what I mean? You withdraw from the juniors, you can save your coins and do the senior.
Absolutely. But this, it's just really bad news. The EBU is constantly reaching out to new markets. Talking about junior, Wales is performing its debut. But really and truly.
But we gotta say, there is hope for the future, not for now. In the press release, they told us, despite the unfortunate situation, BNT still considers Eurovision as an important project in the long term, as well as the cooperation with the rest of the members of the EBU. For the future, BNT will be seeking alternative special funding to cover the expenses needed to guarantee stability of Bulgaria's participation at the biggest non-sporting event in the world. BNT still maintains the position that Eurovision is a unique chance for the Bulgarian music scene and benefits greatly the image of the country in terms of promotion.
Yada, yada, yada. You do that before, you seek the funding before you pull out at the last resort. In fact, you don't even pull out, you substitute and cancel other things to allow this. Sorry.
We need to make sure we're not putting the blame on the BNT Eurovision team. This caught them by surprise as well, and they wrote the press release. All of our shade is going toward BNT, who's withholding the money from the Eurovision team. Because the Eurovision team wants to keep it going, let's be clear. It's the people at BNT, the higher ups, further up the chain, who don't get it.
Well, there needs to be a lot more collaboration. People need to be listening a lot more. This is really sad news, particularly at a time when Bulgaria is riding its wave of success.
Yes.
From 4th to 2nd and to a respectable, finish
Yes.
at Eurovision this year. I think this is really not the time to pull out. And Bulgaria has always brought the fire. They've always had a different point of view. They engage fans on their social media. I mean, this year, wasn't that whole speculation? Oh, is it Laureen? Is it Tamara Gachaladze? And then in the end, it was like, the fans kind of had an input in the selection of Bones. This is really unfortunate.
Bulgaria rode a hype train and we were all on board.
Oh yeah, it was exciting.
It was fun. It was a roller coaster. We're just going to quickly shout out to 3 individuals in particular. Our girl Joanna Lavina Sawyer. She is a smart woman, head of delegation, slays on every level. She also has cats, so I feel a connection to her. I know that she will bring them back one day.
I love Vasil Ivanov.
Yes,
he is the head press for Bulgaria. He's great.
Lived in Scotland, did great work, very global.
Just very kind and very engaging, and always engages with the media as well.
I believe he did his dissertation on Eurovision media, kind of how he structured
this news must
media.
Blow him to smithereens. This is so sad.
And Dejan Yordanov, project
coordinator.
Very kind. We've been aware of this actually for a bit of time because he very kindly, told us this was coming so that we could prepare ourselves.
I didn't believe it. I
believed it because he was upset and so am I. But just thank you to the entire team for always keeping us in the loop, keeping us abreast of the news.
One thing that worries me is that you said something about, not you, that the statement you read mentioned long term. What about midterm? I mean,
Well, clearly there's no will, not them, but from the people higher up the chain who give out the money, people who, they're saying no. And you can only fight so much. At some point you have to recognize, okay, we're just gonna have to wait. Come up with a plan to fix it for the future.
Oh, do you know what?
It's unfortunate. It's naive of the people. The state broadcaster should be concerned with doing something people within the state love, and people in Bulgaria love Eurovision. If you look at Google Trends in Bulgaria, it's always like the most searched for, second most searched for thing. You should also be thinking about how you promote your country abroad, and they're clearly not thinking about those things.
Oh, and Bulgaria builds bridges. I mean, Christian Kostov with Russia and the whole Kazakhstan. Yeah. And, you have the Americans, building bridges with Bulgaria.
JJ! With Romania, Johnny Manuel with America.
Yeah, absolutely. Trey
Campbell Music, Team Vogue.
Trey!
Let's just shout out to Jana.
Oh, Bergendorf. She is something
And we can't forget Mr. Game of Thrones himself, Vladdy Music.
Love his hair. I just want to run my hands through him.
He's a family man.
I know, he's so sweet.
Love his Instagram.
Yeah, so sweet.
And Jana's a family woman. They're all family people. What are we talking about? In any case, that is really the sad news coming out of Sofia via Twitter to the world. We are upset about it. We assume you are too. Please let us know what you're thinking in the comment section below.
How is our Bulgarian correspondent taking the news?
Sinan Sadula is distraught.
Oh my God.
He is distraught. Let me just pull up my Facebook messages.
Whilst you do that, please follow on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook. All of it.
Oh, his language. Ooh, he's got some harsh words for the people at the top BNT. So basically, about the general director, he says, he needs to leave. Let's pray. OMG. Oh my goodness, without a warning. I'm so angry. We will organize a protest.
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
I am ready.
And that protest begins with our 10 reasons we love Bulgaria at Eurovision. Shall we go film it?